Hi friends, welcome to my channel Power Plant Act. Myself K. Padmakar. Once again inviting you to my new topic, electrostatic precipitator, popularly known as ESP. This topic is important so far as Pollution Control Board norms are concerned. The maximum allowable dust emission from ESP is standardized from Pollution Control Board is 50 milligram per nm cube. So, for your information, suppose this is ESP, this is inlet of the flue gas to ESP and outlet of flue gas ESP. So, the gas, that means concentration of dust particle inlet to ESP, suppose it is 50 gram per nm cube, and outlet of this ESP dust concentration is 50 milligram per nm cube, and the efficiency of ESP is 99.8%. Okay. In the process of steam generation from boiler, the flue gas also generates with high heat and temperature and concentration of dust in the flue gas. The high heat from flue gas is collected by accessories of boilers such as economizer, air preheater and air preheater, and it promotes the overall efficiency of the boiler. And after that, this flue gas passes through ESP, and this dust is collected in ESP, and fair and clean flue gas passes out of ESP. This is the function of ESP. Now we will consider the parts of the ESP. What are the main parts of the ESP? Are number one, gas distribution screen, and second is collecting and emitting electrodes, and number three is transformer rectifier, and number four insulators, and number five heaters, and number six blower. These are the main parts of ESP. So let us discuss each in detail. Okay. When flue gas passes inlet of the duct of ESP, there is one screen is provided just after the duct. This is called gas distribution screen. The construction of this gas distribution screen is like this. It is a perforated plate with a number of holes are provided on the inside the plate. When gas passes inside this screen, inside the holes, then what happens? This velocity is going to be reduced from 15 meters per second to 0.75 meters per second. Okay. The main function of this gas distribution screen is distributing this flue gas uniformly over entire area of the ESP, number one, and number two, reduce the velocity of the flue gas. The reason why this velocity is to be reduced, the reason is that by reducing this velocity, retention time of flue gas will take more time, so that it gets ionized. The dust particle in the flue gas is going to be ionized, and it works efficiently, and overall ESP is going to be increased. That is the reason why this velocity is going to be reduced. Okay, this is the function of gas distribution screen. After that, just after gas distribution screen, a series of collecting and emitting electrodes are provided in the ESP. These are like this, two collecting in between two collecting, these are two collecting electrodes, one emitting electrode is provided. That means one collecting, emitting, like that it was provided. Just I will show how it was functioning, how it is lying. Suppose these are the three collecting electrodes. These are collecting electrodes in the form of plates, and emitting electrodes are in the form of springs, and these springs are tied on both ends. So this is charged with positive. This collecting electrode, that is in plates, are charged with positive, and this emitting electrodes are charged with negative. Okay, like this it is going to be charged. So when flue gas passes through this, the dust particles in the flue gas is going to be ionized with high voltage of DC, and these ionized particles of the dust becomes negative charged, and when it these collecting plates are charged with positive, it is going to be attracted to collecting electrodes, and this ash or dust particles are dislodged with a mechanism of hammering and wrapping mechanism, and it comes down to ESP hoppers. This is hoppers of the ESP is collected in ash, and timely this is conveyed to the silo of the ash conveying system. This is the mechanism where this ESP is going to be worked. Okay, this is collecting electrode. Then come to transformer. Third one is a transformer rectifier. This is the location of the transformer rectifier. At the top of the ESP, the transformer rectifier is provided. The function of the transformer rectifier is to convert AC to DC voltage, alternate current to direct current voltage. It is going to be transferred. So the terminal of this TR, that is transformer rectifier, the negative terminal is connected to emitting electrodes, and positive terminal is connected to collecting electrode, so that high voltage DC is supplied applied in between collecting and emitting electrodes. Okay. Then come to insulators. The insulators are there are two types of insulators. One is drum or cone type insulators, and the second one is support insulators. These insulators are used in ESP for as the electricity is going to be discharged in more area, so it will hazards to equipment. So to control this thing, the insulators are provided in the this is in the form of this drum insulator is in the shape of like this, and heaters are provided at the bottom of this insulators. The reason for these heaters are the temperature inside the ESP is around 120 to 130 degrees. 120 to 130 degree temperature is maintained inside the ESP, and outside of this ESP and at the inside of this insulators, the temperature is low. If the temperature is low, then due to thermal shock, these insulators may break. So what happens, there is a heaters are provided so that the temperature inside the insulator is maintained from 90 to 100 degree temperature, so that outside and inside temperatures are more or less same, so there will not be any problem of this insulators. That is the reason. Then the blower. The main function of the blower is number one, to maintain temperature. To maintain temperature in the penthouse. There is one penthouse is there where these insulators are provided. So the main function of this blower is to maintain the temperature, as inside the ESP is temperature is more, and if it passes through inside this penthouse becomes more heat. So to control this thing, the blower, the air from blower is pumped, passed to this penthouse. And second is when the flue gas inside the ESP passes through this insulator, then this ash and particles are getting to be accumulated, and finally this insulator going to be damaged. To for that reason, and sealing air is provided through this blower, so that this flue gas is not going to pass and this dust accumulation will not take place. So that is the reason this blower is maintained. Okay, this is the parts of ESP. So the once again I am explaining how the function takes place. Flue gas at a high temperature, flue gas at a temperature, and dust, more dust enters in the collecting and emitting electrode, and just I will explain how these electrodes are provided. So this is a transformer rectifier. This is a transformer rectifier. The negative charge is given to emitting electrodes and positive charge provided to collecting electrodes. So the arrangement of this emitting electrodes and collecting electrodes are like this. This is emitting electrodes are like this, and collecting electrodes are like this. After providing this positive charge, and it is grounded. So this is the arrangement of collecting and emitting electrodes. So when this flue gas enters through this gas distribution screen, the velocity is going to be reduced. Then it enters to the collecting and emitting electrode, where high voltage DC supply is provided. So because of this high voltage DC, the particles of the flue gas is ionized and get negatively charged, and this negatively charged ions attracts on the collecting plate of the ESP, that is collecting electrodes, and after that these particles are dislodged by the mechanism of wrapping mechanism and hammering mechanism, and this dust is collected in the hoppers of the ESP, and at ESP also heaters are provided so that free flow of ash is going to be conveyed through ash handling system, and this ash is collected in silos. So this is the functionality of ESP. So I think I have explained the details and working principle of ESP up to your satisfaction. If you like this video, please share and like my video, and don't forget to subscribe my channel Power Plant Act. Thank you, and thank you very much.